Hey everybody, it's me, Taco. Thanks for joining us for Tacos Tuesdays Live. Ha! Hey everybody, just kidding. You are not actually getting this taco. You're getting this taco. This guy right here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pleased to have you with me. I'm Taco, and you're actually coming to me live. Well, I'm coming to you live from Taco's Kitchen. This is not where taco stuff is prepared. Taco stuff is prepared actually a commissary kitchen in the area, but this is where the ideas are actually blossomed and where they come to life. So we're going to take a few minutes just to touch base here real quick. The thing we're going to be focusing on today is going to be ChiliHelper. And as luck would have it, when we grabbed our shirt this morning, we grabbed a shirt that just so happens to be about that chili from Philly. Why? Because it's a game changer for how you do chili. I know a lot of people don't do chili, too hard to make, all the things you have to cut off, pain right in the butt. I took care of all that for you, but that is only one of 9 products that we make at Tacos Tuesdays. So, without any further ado, we're going to jump right into it. What we have over here, and let me just readjust my camera a little bit here. Give me one quick second, guys. For all like 6 or 2 or 3 of you who are watching, I'm not really sure how that's going to work out, but nonetheless. All right, what we have here on the stove, we have a pot of ground beef, 1 pound of ground beef. We started this about 5-10 minutes before the show just to make sure that we had it all cooked, and there were going to be no problems with it. Oh, that's still a little low there, guys. Hang on one more second. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do today, before we get into actually going over each one of the products that we make, we're going to start off with ChiliHelper. So, easiest thing in the world to make. 1 pound of meat, ground beef, whatever your choice is, turkey, you want to do a vegetarian style, you can do that as well. We have right here, Tacos Tuesdays Original ChiliHelper. It's the only one of its kind in existence, the only product right here, the only place you can get it. So what we're going to do is take our little handy dandy scissors real quick, cut off our little safety seal, try to make sure we safely cut it off because we don't want to hurt ourselves in the process. There we go. Okay, that was on there pretty good. That's always a good sign. And then we, of course, will, there you go, pop our top off. What we now have is a delicious, if you could smell what ChiliHelper actually smells like, I'm telling you, it's amazing. Wait till it actually starts cooking. Wait till you have it in your own house. It's going to be even better. So, we're going to take our lid off. As you can see, we have our ground beef going pretty good over here. Let's see. Go a little further. I think that's a little better. Yep, there you go. All right, so we're going to take our ChiliHelper. We're going to start dumping it into our pot. What we have here is just a 2-quart saucepan, nothing big. You don't need a lot to make your ChiliHelper, and it's going to be the fastest thing you're going to watch. Within about 7 minutes, we're going to be done before this broadcast is over. What I like to do, and again, this is a little pro tip. You take a little 1/4 cup of water, add it back into your jar. Put your lid back on. Shake vigorously. Why? Because you don't want all that goodness, that last bit of residue that's in there, to get away. It's got a lot of that seasoning. And I want you to know something. There's nothing else I added to that meat. There wasn't one thing. There was no salt, no pepper, no spices, no seasoning, anything. Everything is in this jar, or was in this jar. We actually have, I shouldn't really say we because it's me. So I have 15 ingredients that are in this, including my own proprietary chili seasoning, as well as the taco seasoning we make too. So back over, what we're going to do here is turn our heat up, get it to about medium high. I like to have it on around 7 or 8. This is an electric unit. If you have gas, again, whatever your range works with, it would be appropriate. So I'm just going to take my mixer, stir it up a little bit. I'll tell you what, let's bring you guys over here so you can get a good look. So this is what we're looking at right now. Oh, there we go. Oops, sorry. There you go. So now what we did, again, we only had a pot of ground beef. We had a 1/4 cup of water that I put in there to cook the ground beef. We added the 1 jar of ChiliHelper, put it on 7 or 8, and we're just going to let that sit for about the next 7 or 8 minutes or so. In the meantime, what we're going to do is look at each one of our products real quick to make sure that you guys are familiar with what I make. So I'll tell you what, let's move a little further in this way. There you go, that's good. All right, so we're going to start on the top shelf here. First and foremost, again, flagship product right here, ChiliHelper Original, only place you're going to get it. That's what we're working on right now, and you're actually going to see it made in person. Next 2 items we have salsas. So if you're a salsa slinger, you're a double dipper, we definitely will dare you to double dip. I make it in mild, and I make it in medium. I don't make anything in hot. There's a reason for that. I don't believe in things that really should burn your face off or that you're not going to want to go back and eat again. So my mild has a little bit of the sweet flavor. Trust me, the heat's there. It's going to get you across the tip of the tongue. They do have habanero and jalapenos in them. The medium, a little stronger again. You're going to get that little more full mouth burn. But trust me, you're going to want to dig right back in. Whether you put it on eggs, you put it on enchiladas. If you're just dipping your Doritos or nachos in there, whatever it may be, you can't go wrong with the salsas. And again, the medium's great. It's almost like a tagline, but the ladies loves Tacos Tuesday salsa. One of the bases I use is apple cider vinegar, and it really gives it a nice flavor. And again, I think a lot of people take to that. Of course, right after that, I'll just touch on these 2. And again, you can't make, I actually started with ChiliHelper. That was the first product I came up with. But then as you start making it, you say, well, I can't make something called ChiliHelper if I'm not making my own chili seasoning. So that's what I did. Created chili seasoning. Of course, if you're going to make chili seasoning and you call it Tacos Tuesdays, you better damn well have taco seasoning too. So proprietary seasoning blends. I blend them all myself. We'll work backwards. Since we're still talking about seasonings, this one's great. You got summer coming up. You're going to have barbecues. You're going to be grilling, all kinds of stuff like that. You need marinade. Tacos Tuesdays, original marinade, mild. It's going to give you the same kind of little bit of the heat that you're going to find within the hot sauces, but again, you're going to see the consistency is a lot less on as far as the quantity of peppers that I put in there as well. But it's enough where, you know, you just use 2 teaspoons of this and you really want to thin that out a little bit with some water. You could use this on roast, pork, chicken, beef. It doesn't make a difference what you use it on. Quite frankly, I actually enjoy using it. I take a teaspoon or 2 and I put it on my ChiliHelper sometimes as opposed to using the hot sauces. So that's the fajita marinade that's out there. So again, don't let the names fool you just because it says fajita marinade. Again, you should be able to use that for pretty much anything you want. Last couple things here. This was the latest one I developed. Came out with this in November. It's a sweet sauce. Not everybody likes things that are hot, right? So here's what I did. I said, well, let's go from sweet to heat. And that's what the range of my sauces actually do. This one, I used to be a diehard A1 lover. I have not used A1 actually since the day I developed sweet sauce. It is in place of that. You can use it on sandwiches for a topping, put it on hoagies, put it as a spread. I mean, literally anything. Again, put it on eggs, put it on, you know, your natural things, burritos, tacos, enchiladas. Mild hot sauce again. So now we start getting into the heat. Same deal. I got the habaneros, the jalapenos going through here. You can see within the colors. And again, you know, I'll bring this a little closer so you can see. You see a nice little orangey color in here. Again, reminiscent of the peppers and stuff that I use. A lot of orange, green, red peppers in that one. So it really brings out that flavor. I'd say sweet sauce brings you with the, it'll make you think of peppers and onions, that kind of smell. That's really what comes through on that. Stuffed peppers. There you go. So if you know what stuffed pepper smells and tastes like, that's sweet sauce right there. So it goes with virtually everything. Again, here's my mild hot sauce. It's going to give you that heat. Trust me, you're going to know you're eating the hot sauce, so don't let the word mild fool you. It's got a zing in there. You can see, again, the color's a little different on that one. A little more pale, a little greener. Again, I do also use tomatillos in there, as you can see. This one now, we go into the medium hot sauce. You can see with the color with the medium, a lot more deeper, more red. Again, you know, really accentuate the peppers that are in there, colors of tomatoes, more tomatoes, tomatillos and stuff like that. And one thing I want to say, look, if it is not on the label, it's not in the bottles or jars. There's no preservatives, there's no food coloring, no dyes, nothing artificial. Again, if it's not natural and I can't pick it up at the local store, I wasn't going to be able to develop. So that's how we work. If you have been, oh, let's go back and check on our ChiliHelper real quick, guys. Hold on a sec, because look at that. Let's see here real quick. There's the pot. You can see it starting to boil. Oh, yeah. And it's almost like magic what you find, because what you dump out later on, you start seeing tomatoes come out. There's pieces of pepper, the corn, the kidney beans. You're going to find pieces of onion sometimes. You're going to find pieces of the yellow pepper. There's a piece of yellow pepper, tomatillos. So, I mean, it's definitely there. Trust me, everything that label says, all 15 ingredients, are inside there. And the taste is amazing. And like I said, it saves you all the time. No cutting, no dicing, no chopping, all that pain that you do. And again, look, if you enjoy that, go for it. Use ChiliHelper to build off it. I don't believe in limits. So ChiliHelper can be used for a stew, a gumbo, anything you want. You have it in there. It's got the spices, the beans, all those vegetables and stuff like that, all those flavors together. So you can be as creative as you want with my products. I'm perfectly fine with that. Again, don't let the name fool you. Tacos Tuesdays does not solely mean that they can only be used on tacos. Use it for whatever you want, any which way. Where I was heading with that. So the sauces. If you guys saw my latest post on there earlier this morning, today is one heck of a day. Again, like I said, nothing ever happens by coincidence. At least that's the way Taco lives his life and believes it. So I was actually delayed from doing this yesterday because I was waiting for some equipment to come in, had to make sure it worked and everything like that. But lo and behold, this morning, what happens? And I'll be giving some shout outs in just a moment. But my friends over at my big fat Bloody Mary podcast, they did a review. My friend Greg over there, good guy. Thank you very much, Greg. He did a review on our sauce trio. You can actually buy this on the site. The trio also has free shipping. You can buy 2 sauces, 3 sauces, singles. Of course, singles, you would have to pay for the shipping, but it's only $5. But once you start getting into the combo packs and stuff, or any of the party packs, it is free shipping. But again, he was thrilled. Check out the podcast. It came out really well. Worked it with tacos. The sweet sauce sounded like he had with his Bloody Mary in there. So if you like that kind of stuff, again, think outside the box, because Taco does. Let's go back and check it out. So now we've had this on for 9 minutes, actually, since we started talking. Maybe a little less, maybe 7. But at this point, our ChiliHelper chili is done. You can see the steam coming off there. I'm going to stop that, shut it off. Again, look at that. There you go. It is fully ready. So now, in the same time, if you were also, let's say, making a pot of rice, if you go onto my website, you go on to tacos-tuesdays.com, what you will find is a recipe for cilantro, lime, basmati rice. Again, I like the flavor of the basmati rice and stuff like that. It really goes well with the chili. But, you know, you could actually make the rice and the chili in about the same amount of time. And what you're going to end up with is basically a full meal. You take this pot of chili, the 2 quarts, you put in one of those little, the little Glad plastic containers. You can have that baby for about a week, 4 different portions out where you're eating your ChiliHelper. You got your rice. Everything's awesome with that. And again, you can't beat it. It's fast. It's economical. So again, there we go. We got a full thing of chili. You could actually get 4 full servings out of this, 4 8-ounce servings out of that with the 1 pound of meat. Now you can actually do 2 pounds of meat, stretch that out a little more. So, you exponentially just, work it up however you'd like to. But at this point, for $4 for 1 pound of meat, and, if you go full price on this, it's $8 for the ChiliHelper. I think I have it at right now. It's on sale right now as well. I believe I have it like $6.99 or $6.50. So, again, hop on over there, grab 2, grab 3 of them. And again, get that free shipping, get it straight to your door for free, right? Stay spicy and get free shipping through Tacos Tuesdays all month long. And that way you'll make sure that you get it. If you order by the 28th, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to have it by the following Monday. So you can make this Cinco de Mayo an extra spicy one, Tacos Tuesday style, as I like to say. At that point, we're actually at 15 minutes. I'm quite the talker, as I think you guys are finding out real quick. But I want to make sure I get some shout outs out here. Again, there's been some really nice support out there I started to receive. One of the main reasons I'm doing this again, guys, we hit 10,000 subscribers. I want to say Tuesday night around 11:15, 11:30, something like that. So, I had a post that I threw out there, and I said, hey, what's a better way than to let you see who Taco actually is. I get a lot of things. Is it real? Is he a scam? What is he? No, Taco's a real guy. These are absolutely real products. That is real ChiliHelper right there. And you've seen it all live. So to those out there, I want to say shout out to Mongo Myers. Mongo Myers is on Instagram. He did a quick review of one of our Fiesta party packs. He did a medium one. So Mongo went with a original ChiliHelper, a medium salsa, and a medium hot sauce. Again, shout out back to Greg Took. I mentioned him just a few moments ago. So again, from my Big Fat Bloody Mary, for anything and all things Bloody Mary related. If you're an enthusiast of Bloody Marys and stuff like that out there, those mixed drinks, things like that, he's a pretty funny guy. I chuckled through some of his podcasts, so I thought it was pretty fun. But again, like I said, this week he showcased our hot sauce tacos trio. So again, our sweet, our mild, and our medium hot sauces. Go on, check them out on their Facebook page. They also have a website as well as, like I said, their podcast on Apple. There is a link to both those within the last post I made. And keep an eye out. We got another package that went out just this week, going down to Louisiana, the Baton Rouge area, right? So I threw the gumbo in there because we'll see what you can do with ChiliHelper. But that's going to be from F&B Social, which is Food and Beverage Social. They're on Facebook. Again, to Aaron, right? Aaron, my boy down there. Big ups to you again for that one. Thank you very much for taking a chance. We'll see how you like it. And again, I got confidence in my product, and hopefully you guys do too. So look, we still got, again, we got ChiliHelper, we got the salsas, we have the sauces, the marinade, as well as the seasoning. So look, don't be shy. Check out the website. Make sure you get everything you need. Spice yourself up. Try something new. Again, I didn't make one product, I made 9, and there was a specific reason for that. I want to be something bigger. I don't just want to be the guy who makes a hot sauce or the guy who makes a salsa, and that's all I'm known for. I want an end display. See that little display right there? I want a bigger version of that at Walmart. I think we can do it. I think if you like my products, it's pretty easy to get there. But again, I just need to grow, reach out to you guys. So with that said, it is 2:18. I appreciate all the time you guys have given me. Again, tacostuesdays.com. If you're doing it for the salsa, again, it's the salsa that dares you to double dip. And don't forget, ChiliHelper, fastest chili you will ever make that you'll want to eat again. And it is the chili from Philly. So with that said, I'm Taco. This was Taco Talk live from Taco's Kitchen. And have a great day, everybody.